Hey, Ken, how's it going?
Doing great.
Good. I've got a couple of fun questions for you. All right, the first one is from one of our customers, Mike. He wants to know, I've used C60 in the past and I've just taken it internally. I'm wondering, what about dropping it in my eye? Has anyone had any relief from cataracts? Can I do this? Which carrier oil would be best and not burn or hurt my eye?
Well, I would probably recommend the MCT coconut oil if you're going to use it topically. It's a distillate, and it's just various 6s, 8s, and maybe some 10 carbon chain lengths, triglycerides. So that would be the best. We're not sure if it's really going to help too much with cataracts, but certainly eye inflammation it helps a lot with. It would be a long-term thing to take with cataracts.
Okay. All right, cool. Thanks, Ken. All right, Ken, another great question for you. This one comes from Tim. Tim wants to know, can C60 remove lead? And how should I take C60 if I'm concerned about removing lead?
Well, one of the things they found in the test tube in vitro, that C60 will convert mercury hydroxide into mercury oxide. And it'll probably do the same for lead, tantalum, and maybe aluminum. We're not sure on that one. And then in those are non-biologically active states. And then at that way, then the body can also grab those oxides and get it out. So it probably would help assist in the getting rid of lead from the body.
Okay, thank you. I've got a question for you from Rita. Rita is curious about all sorts of eye problems. She's talking about macular degeneration, cataracts. She needs to use bifocal glasses, and she's curious, can C60 help with eye problems? So let's talk about C60 and eye health.
Well, I'm 61 and I don't need to use cheaters. And I've been using C60 since about 2014, so that's a pretty good sign that people my age usually have to use cheaters, and I don't need them at all. And also the other thing, I had my DRUs or dry macular degeneration go away while using C60. But that's because one of the things that C60 does, it stimulates mitochondria function. And the nerve cells, which is part of the retina, have the highest level of mitochondria in the body. As for cataracts, we're not so sure on that. If it would be a very long-term process because cataracts don't have a lot of mitochondria or the lens doesn't have a lot of mitochondria in them. So it might take time, but your ability to focus and your retina definitely improve with the use of C60.
You might have a similar experience to Ken. That is possible, but it's not guaranteed because inflammation shows up differently for everyone. But try it out. Let us know what you think and let us know if you have any more questions. So thanks for that great question, Rita. So, Ken, I've got a really fun story from you. This is from Joanne, and she says, talking about her experience with C60, she says, it has greatly improved my skin appearance. The wrinkles have started to go away, not only on my face, but on my neck and hands. I also feel more energetic. I think it's such a great product. I will definitely continue to use it. I've also given it to my cat, Max. He's 17 years old, and his tail was starting to look so bad. Since I've been giving it to him, his tail is starting to look normal. So thank you for your help with Max. We're going to pop up a little picture of Max here. He's pretty cute. Do you want to talk about what might be going on with Max?
Oh, well, that's an old cat. And as you get older, cats are the same way. They produce less SOD, catalase, and glutathione in their cellular metabolism. And C60 can help replace those missing key antioxidants, and that's probably what's really helping Max out.
That's so cool. This is from Matria. Simply put, I was feeling really crappy from a number of health challenges, and C60 Purple Power has made me feel way better. My mind is clear. My breath feels lighter. I'm experiencing less physical pain, and my sleep has improved greatly. Thank you so much. I will continue to order this and tell my friends and family about it. So can you talk a little bit about what might be going on with Matria's experience here in C60?
Well, the number one thing, if you look about the main cause of degenerative disease, and 50% of the diseases today is inflammation. And so by C60 being an powerful antioxidant, takes down that inflammation. And when the inflammation is reduced, well, then everything works better and people feel better.
Cool. We've got some feedback from Thomas. He is a male between 65 and 70, and he says, I am definitely noticing much more energy and focus with C60 Purple Power. So can you tell us a little bit about what's going on with Thomas?
Well, that's those mitochondria again, especially in the brain. Nerve cells have the most mitochondria of any cell type in the body, and when they get cranked back up, well, then your memory and your mental clarity and ability to think increases. And of course, energy is just made by the ATP for the mitochondria. So that's true everywhere in your body.
Cool. Thanks, Thomas. Here's a really interesting question from Claudia. This is a great question, and most people don't ask us this. So she says, since bottled oil or salad oil dressing oxidizes even when unopened, I guess, can C60 help mitigate this oxidation if I pour a little bit of your C60 into my salad oil dressing when I first get it?
And the answer is yes. We actually had a co-packer do that and found that just a little bit of C60 makes any oil last a lot longer than it normally would.
Cool. All right. So if she wants to add some C60 to an 8-ounce bottle of salad dressing to help extend the shelf life on her salad dressing, what would you recommend?
Well, just put it like a teaspoon would be more than enough, and shake it up so it mixes up, and you'd be, that salad dressing will last a lot longer.
But speaking of salad dressing, it's a great opportunity for us to talk about seed oils. So let's talk a little bit about what might actually be in your salad dressing that you might not want to be taking.
What you want to do is read those labels. If it's canola oil or cottonseed oil or soybean oil or sunflower oil or safflower oil, those have high omega-6 to omega-3s, and they're really not healthy for you.
All right. Thanks for that great question. All right, Ken, we've got a question from Alicia. She's looking for different recommendations about different ways to give C60 to a cat.
Well, usually people get like our 2-ounce pet products, and it doesn't. Well, probably the avocado oil or the MCT oil is probably going to be best for the cat. I'm not sure how they'd like the taste of extra virgin olive oil. But usually what they do is you just put it in their food, either wet or dry, and just mix it up and let it like be absorbed. And then they kind of get used to eating it. A lot of times they just like to lick off the dropper, but that's probably not sanitary.
Yeah. Add it to their food. For my dog, I just put it in the bottom of her bowl, and she will lick the bowl all day long. She can't wait until she gets some more. So thanks for your great question, Alicia. I've got some interesting feedback for you from Jackie. She says, I started taking C60 for my left knee and high blood pressure. An x-ray showed that the cartilage was going, and I've had high blood pressure since I was 45. I found out that I could no longer run up and down the stairs, and it was just so painful. I started to rub C60 on my knee and take it internally. Within a week, I noticed I could run a little more than the week before. I started doing Thai boxing, running. I was also full of energy. I felt like a new woman.
Well, it's good to hear, and that's actually supported by animal research, because they had one where they gave rabbits had arthritis. They gave them C60 just for the inflammation, but they found that it actually regrew the cartilage because C60 stimulates stem cell production.
Oh, cool. Thanks for your feedback, Jackie. We really appreciate it.